Vishnu sir, here. The trailer look amazing, you know. और जिस तरह से पूरा ट्रेंड चला है, I hope you understand Hindi.
Of course, बात करने को थोड़ा मुश्किल है, but I understand Hindi quite.
Okay, trailer look amazing, songs look amazing, you know. How this whole project happened, you know. और उसके बाद सनी लियोनी को फिल्म में कास्ट करना, पायल इसका हिस्सा है. Tell us a little journey about it. How it all started.
I'll speak in English. I hope it's okay.
It's okay. It's okay. No problem.
So, you know, about last November, October, November, exactly a year ago, I was approached by the writer of the movie, Mr. Kona Venkat, you know, saying that there's a script I want to hear. I heard the script, and then I liked it. And then they said, very good. We have Miss Sunny, you know, attached to the project already. I said, Sunny Leon. I said, she's not popular in Telugu because predominantly it had to be a Telugu film. And I said, no, earlier about a few years back, I produced a film with my brother, and Sunny played a small role in that. I said, it's been quite a few years. Telugu audience don't, you know, I don't know. They said, no, it's Sunny, it's the thing. Then I kind of slowed it down. I said, okay, there are a few changes in the script. Let me get back to you. Then about 15 days later, when they didn't hear back from me, they reached out to my father. So father, of course, given his, you know, him being an actor, him being, you know, a legendary figure back home, they said, sir, you know, Vishnu's got a great script we narrated, because the writer, Mr. Kona Venkat, and I collaborated. Our first collaboration was a movie called D, which was a very big hit in Telugu. You know, some say it's a cult film, and I'm honored to be a part of that film. And after that, we made another 2 films together. So all the 3 films Kona and I made were huge blockbusters back in Telugu. And he was finding it strange for the last 10-15 days that I wasn't getting back after the script was narrated to me. Then
I'm sorry to cut you. Can we switch off this?
Yes,
at the back, there will be a problem in the camera. Thank you so much.
So then they went to my father and they told him, and my dad heard the script, he liked it, and then he called me and he said, did you hear a script that Kona told about 15 days ago? I said, yeah, I kind of liked the script, but a few changes, and they had Sunny. I wasn't sure how Sunny would be an advantage to the Telugu audience. And he said, Vishnu, you have friends in your media, so, you know, you find out. I think she would be the perfect fit for the role, what they are saying. And there's no 2 ways about it. Then I made a few calls to some leading, you know, regional newspapers, which are the top newspapers. And I said, can you do me a sample survey? You know, I gave them 5 names. And I said, can you do a sample survey among the audience and say who they would be interested to see in a very interesting role. So Sunny's name came for 73%. So I was like, I was wrong. So I said, okay, let's work on the project ASAP. Then they said, okay, what about the heroine? I said, look, you already got a hot-looking woman, you know, Sunny Leon over there. You know, I need someone equally who can share the space. You know, and then here I have Payal Rajput. She's considered a very hot property after RX100, and you know, she's more outgoing than me, so she put me in a very embarrassing spot many a times at shooting. So, you know, it was really fortunate to be acting with people without inhibitions, you know, who brought me out of that shyness. And one by one, everything fell in place. And if you see all the actors here who are associated with the movie, they're all the A+ list talent of our Telugu industry. And they have been seen in a lot of Hindi dubbed also from Telugu. And if you look at the talent who's been associated also in terms of the crew, we've got one of our legendary Indian cinematographers, Mr. Chota K. Naidu, and my elder brother, Mr. Prabhudeva. You know, he came and choreographed a song, and I have to tell that you know, we all grew up together. You know, I was a kid when he was already on the journey of becoming a legend. He, you know, when the production reached out to him and said, sir, the check is, my dad sent a blank check to him, saying that let Prabhu fix up what he wants to. He called me and said, so you're trying to, what, you've become such a big guy that you're paying me money now for choreographing. I know, what nonsense is this? So he sent a check back. And then I had the fortune of having the choreography of Mr. Prem Rakshit, who's very famous for his current song Natu Natu. So he gave the concept and visualization for the movie right from the beginning of the script. And then of course I had one of my favorite choreographers ever, Mr. Ganesh Acharya. His first Telugu song was in my Telugu film, in my film long back, almost about 12-15 years ago. And I could say, I can proudly say that I launched him in Telugu. And I love him. So we had some of the best talent work together, and I had wonderful music directors and the team work together. And then I reached out to my friend Akshay. Akshay and I have been, talking for quite some time. And, it's not, Akshay and I never had any, financial transactions ever, but, being an actor, I can follow certain people on Twitter. But if I have a secondary account, I can follow a lot of people which none of you know. And Akshay is one of them. Well, Akshay, you're the most decent guy I follow on Twitter, okay, in my secondary account. So, I keep following what he talks about movies and the distribution and everything is very insightful. So, Mr. Sunil Shetty actually introduced both of us, and I have to say thanks to Sunil Anna, because the introduction he's given us was priceless. And, Akshay and I spoke a lot. Then our association with Mr. Pankaj, with UFO, started. And they were very keen. I think in December we met, right? They had come to Hyderabad and they were talking. And I said, yes, in probably July, August, September, I will have my release. I think that would be a good thing to release over there. So the planning of releasing in Hindi was way ahead of time. It wasn't something we just planned now. And we made a conscious effort of, keeping our partners very close and taking them in every way, saying this is when the audio is releasing, this is when it's going. So I pray and hope that our association will be fruitful and mutually beneficial for both of us. So this, my friend, is a short journey of Ginna.
The name of the film is Ginna, Ginna Bhai. When I Ginna Bhai ki baat karna, whenever somebody talk about Ginna, it reminds us of the partition which India has seen, the partition by Muhammad Ali Jinnah. Do you think there are possibility people, there are very sensitive people in our country, there are people who, who consider Jinnah as a villain for India? Do you think someone comes up and, disagree with the title of yours because the name is Jinnah Bhai?
My brother, you're actually quite late in creating a controversy, because the controversy was already created when the name was announced back home. I had lot of people breathing down my neck. The media, ripped me apart a few months back. I was quiet because I was very clear about what the title was. See, we explained at the very beginning what the title means. The hero's name is G. Nageshwara. And we brought out a trailer also to explain what it is in the beginning of, in the Telugu thing. So his name is Gali Nageshwara. Gali in Telugu means Hawa. So his friends keep teasing him with the name Gali. So he doesn't like that. So he changes his name for a short form called Ginna. So for people who don't know, in certain parts in Andhra Pradesh, G. Nageshwara, the short form is called Ginna. I know the friends among others, they call Ginna. So that's the reason why when Akshay and I also were talking very closely about selecting the name, we had realized that there was already a company which had registered the name Jinnah, that is Muhammad Ali Jinnah. But here it was G-I-N-N-A. So even then when we tried to explain to the people who were actually registering the title, they didn't accept. So that's the reason why we had to come up with Jinnah Bhai.
The reason I ask you this, though the film is releasing in Pan India, अब सब कुछ ऐसा हो गया है कि every second film, whether it is happening in Telugu, Malayalam, Tamil, it is getting a Pan India release, and your film too is coming on that path. That's why I ask you for the, it's not you're right, a controversial question.
No, you're right. We already had our share of media space. I had to thank all the people back home.
Might be the Hindi belt left.
Yeah, they didn't realize it. Probably they'll realize it now. I hope You know, it's a kind of good thing when a certain controversy comes up. People who don't know about my movie seem to be knowing about my movie.
क्या बात है, एक बार जोरदार तालियां. What an attitude and approach. Amazing, amazing.